All right, welcome to the virtual class for Friday, February 22nd. I'm going to take you through the movement plan. I want you to do it with me. I'm going to do a little bit more coaching than doing, but this is your chance to really understand how M20 works and see the different phases of a movement plan, okay? As always, we start with a warm-up, and I'm going to cut in a video of a warm-up scenario, and you're welcome to do that with me. If you have your own, go ahead and skip that and do your own video, your own warm-up process, as long as your mind and your body are ready to exercise. And then we're going to get into it because we'll have to score 3 movements: the sit-up, the push-up, and the jumping jacks. And then we'll have a fun alternating Tabata challenge. And we'll be going back and forth between the pull-up and the thruster for that. And then as always, we cool down. All right? So here's the warm-up video, which I'll drop in. See you at the other side of this, and we'll score these 3 movements. Every good movement plan starts with a warm-up. I've got mine, and I'm going to share it with you now, and I welcome you to do it with me. If you already have your own, please do yours. Anything's fine as long as it gets your mind and body ready to do the exercise. I like to start with my hands out, thumbs forward, and do some small arm rolls to the front. Keep them small and tight, and you're just working those small muscles, getting them warmed up. And we're going to take the thumbs and point them back and do small circles to the back. Again, nice tight small circles. You can feel the little muscles and connectors starting to warm up. Okay, now I want you to open up your palms, face them forward, and we're going to tilt side to side. Try and increase your range of motion as you're going back and forth. Also, go ahead and widen your stance a touch in the middle. This will slightly change the way this movement affects your warm-up. Okay, now we're going to twist the entire torso. So I want your arms out and just spin one way and then spin the other. I'm really coming up on my back foot, up onto the toe, as I try and extend the twist in each direction, extending the range of motion. Then we're going to do the chicken wings. So the arms are going to open and close. You can feel this in your chest and your back. Kind of loosening up those muscles. Heart starting to pump a little bit. And the next motion with your hands, you're going to start with them by your side. One goes forward and one goes back. And they meet up above you. And then just come back down and up the other way. So you're doing large circles in opposite directions. And you can start to speed that up a little. And I like to put a little dip into it. And each time I maybe get a little bit deeper. Starting to get my whole body into it now. All right. Now we're going to take it up to the top. Neck rolls one direction. And we'll take it the other way. Okay, let's take it down to the shoulders. We're going to roll them forward. So scrunch them up, rotate them forward, lower them as much as you can to bring them back. We'll go the other direction, backwards rolls. Loosening up everything around your shoulder and necks. Okay, next thing we're going to do a shoulder roll. So try and hold your hips still and rotate just the upper torso around. And of course, we'll do this the other way too. Okay, let's take it a little further down. Now try and hold your shoulders still over your ankles, and just your hips are going to move. Rotate those in one direction. And then we'll switch it and go the other way. Okay, now we're going to take it all the way down your knees. So try and hold your hips still. And your knees are going to rotate in one direction. Really exaggerate that such that your ankles are flexing as well. And then we'll take it the other way. Okay, now that we're down here in the legs, we're going to take one leg and pick it up. If you'd like to hold onto a chair or a wall for extra balance, feel free to do so. I'm going to hold my leg and we're going to do ankle rolls one way. And then back the other way. and then point and flex that toe. Now we're just going to swing this leg. Again, hold on to the chair or the wall if you need to. But we're just swinging that leg back and forth. And we're going to do the same thing on the other leg now. So bring this up. Ankle rotation one way. Ankle rotation the other way. And then point and flex that toe. Then we're going to go ahead and swing this leg. Okay, we're almost done with the warm-up. What we're going to do is get a nice wide stance with the toes pointed forward, lunge out to one side. We'll just feel that stretch. Hold it for a second. And now what I want you to do is point your toes in the direction that you're lunging, but hold that lunge still. So we're just changing that stretch, getting different parts of the legs. Okay. Let's bring toes back to pointing forward, and we'll take the lunge out to the other direction. Toes remain pointing forward. We'll hold that out there for a little bit. And now what I want you to do is point your toes in the direction that you're lunging. Okay, so that's a good dynamic warm-up. What I want you to do is take another minute and on your own, get anything you feel might be a little tight, a little stiff, and really start getting your head and your body ready, because we're going to jump into scoring some movements next. Keep moving. All right, now we're warmed up. We're ready to do the 3 movements, scoring these. So we're going to start with number 1, the sit-up. Now remember, level 1 is anchored crunches, level 2 is anchored full range of motion sit-ups, and level 3 is unanchored. So if you want to tuck your feet underneath the couch or have a friend hold them, that's a great way to do 1 or 2, levels 1 or 2, and then level 3 is just by themselves. So I'm going to start the timer for 2 minutes here, and we'll get after some sit-ups. Where the scoring is how many reps you can complete in 2 minutes. And reps at the different levels matter, so keep track of how many you do. If it starts to get too hard and you want to drop a level, great. Drop a level, but keep getting reps. 3, 2, 1, go. So nice full range of motion. I'm touching the ground up above my head and up until my feet for a level 3. Level 2 is the exact same thing, except for my feet will be anchored. And level 1 is just getting your shoulder blades up off the ground as a crunch, keeping your arms pointed straight and just above your knees. And your feet are anchored for that. In this case, I could grab those dumbbells and just slip them over my feet or tuck them under a couch, or best have a friend hold them. That way the friend can do the counting, and then you switch and you hold the feet while the friend does the work. We are 1 minute 20 to go. Now if you're brand new, this is the first time you're scoring the sit-up, take it easy. No need to kill yourself. It's okay to be a little bit sore, but you don't want to be super sore. You're just getting a baseline, and then what you'll know is how sore you are and how to progress from there. If you've done this a few times and you're really going for a personal best, excellent. You know how to push it. You know when to rest. We have just under a minute left. I usually like to do a quick counter stretch, kind of the cobra. Just to stretch those abs out for a second so they don't get too tight during the 2 minutes. Then I get right back into some more reps. But 40 seconds left. I really throw my arms. Not only does it give me some momentum to sit up, but it also begins my upper body moving in a good direction. Take some pressure off my lower back. I don't want to build up pressure there. You notice I'm not holding my head. I'm not cupping my hands behind my head and pulling. That puts undue pressure on your neck. All right, we only have a little less than 10 seconds and 5 seconds. Get a few more if you can. 3, 2, 1, stop. Excellent job. So go ahead and get a drink of water. On your iPad, you can score the number of your reps at whatever level you did, and that'll become part of your FitDex. Or if you're just keeping track at home, write down the reps you did at each level, and we'll build from there. Now we're going to score the next movement, the push-up. Quick review there. Level 1 is push-ups against the wall, making sure you have full range of motion in your arm. Level 2 is from your knees, so you're on the ground, getting a nice full range of motion, keeping a straight line from your knee all the way up to your shoulder. And then level 3 is from your toes, a nice straight line from your ankles through your shoulders, getting a full range of motion. All right? So I'm going to start the timer. I like to wait about a minute in between each movement that we're scoring. If you need a little more time to rest and recover, just pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to get after the push-up. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm starting with nice full range of motion, level 3 push-ups. And what I find happens is I'll need to rest briefly and shake it out, and maybe I can get some more at level 3. Sometimes as I tire, at some point during the 2 minutes, I'll get so tired that I'm wasting too much time resting. It's better for me to drop down a level and get more reps. So you begin to know where you are with this. Again, if this is the first time you're doing the push-ups, take it nice and easy. Start at level 1. If you've done this a few times and you're trying to set your new personal best, well, then you know what you're doing. You push it how you feel you need to push it, and rest how you feel you need to rest. You got a minute 10 left. Great exercise for the upper body and the core. I do some for my knees now. Even for my knees, need to rest a little bit and shake it out. We got 45 seconds left, 45 seconds. Great job at home. I like to do them in quick spurts, shake it out. Notice form is so important. My back is not wavy. I'm not coming up like an eel or a noodle. Coming up like a plank. My whole body's moving in one straight line. 15 seconds left. Let's get a few more. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1, stop. Great job with that. Go ahead and get some water, shake it out a bit. With that iPhone app, slide the bars out to record the number of reps you did at each level, or mark it at home on a piece of paper. And we're gonna get ready for scoring the third and final movement, the jumping jack. So I'll give you a quick review while you're scoring and resting and recovering. Level 1 is just the arms. Level 2 is the arms with one foot stepping out. And I like to alternate that, but each time is a rep. So that would be 3, 4, 5, and then level 3 is the traditional jumping jack. You would jump and land and jump again to recover. Each of those is a rep. 1, 2, and so forth. All right? So we're gonna start the jumping jack. Again, if you need a little bit more time to rest, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, let's get after it. 3, 2, 1, go. These I kind of like to go nice and steady pace. Showing you level 3 here. Again, I may pause and rest briefly and then keep going at level 3, or if I feel like I'm getting too winded, I'll just break it down to level 2. It's harder, I'll admit, to keep track of how many I did at level 3 and how many I did at level 2. So in my head, I kind of try to stop at round numbers. So I'm going to do 10 at level 2 here, just so that I'll be easier to remember. Then shake it out for a sec. We got a minute 20 left now, a minute 20. I'm going to do a few more at level 3. Sticking with my law of round numbers, I'll add 20 more to my account here, I think. Just like everything else, if this is your first time or you're early on into it, start slow. You're just getting a baseline, you're understanding where your body is. And then from there, we begin to build and make progress. Do a few at level 1. 45 seconds left. 45 seconds. Excellent job. Feel this in my shoulders, my calves. Heart's racing a little bit. All fantastic. I have just under 25 seconds left. See if I can't bring it home at level 3. Nice job. We have 10 seconds left. 10 seconds. Carry it all the way through for 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, stop. Great job at home. Catch your breath, get a sip of water, score that movement on your app. I did some reps at all 3 levels, so I'll be sliding all 3 of those slider bars out to capture the reps I did. All of those count towards my FitDex, which is great. If you're keeping track at home, just obviously write them down. That's your baseline, and we'll start to make progress from there. So excellent job scoring the 3 movements. Get another sip of water, and we're gonna get on with the challenge, which is the alternating Tabatas. You're gonna be doing thrusters and pull-ups at your level. So quick review on the pull-up, it's leg assist for level 1. So you're standing on your legs the entire time with some body weight on your legs, but doing what you can with your arms. Level 2 is band assist, so some kind of rubber band hanging from the bar. And level 3 is the free hang pull-ups. Remember the substitute, if I grab my load here, the substitute for a pull-up if you don't have a pull-up bar is lying on your back. And you start with the load, actually start with the load here at your chest, and you go up till your arms are straight, touch the ground, and pull it back down to the chest for a rep, okay? Up and back down. You can use a milk carton, you can use anything you want for the load, and you'll just be getting level 1 reps in that case. It's not perfect like a real pull-up, but it's a good substitute if you don't have access to a pull-up bar. And then the other movement we'll be doing is the thruster. And so the levels there, the movement's the same. You're gonna start with the load here at your chest, down and up until it's overhead and back down. And what we'll be doing is 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest, alternating between thrusters and pull-ups. So 20 seconds here on thrusters, rest for 10 seconds, 20 seconds on the pull-ups, rest for 10 seconds, 20 seconds on the thrusters again, rest for 10 seconds, 20 seconds on the pull-ups, rest for 10, and so forth. And we'll be alternating for 12 minutes. So there'll be 24 work sessions, and you'll hit each movement 12 times. I'm going to pause the video and reset the camera a little bit, and then you can do that with me. I'll run the clock if that wasn't clear, and we'll have some fun knocking out the challenge for today. All right? All right, we're ready to do the challenge. I'm going to be doing leg assist, so I've got my box underneath my pull-up bar, which allows me to keep part of my body weight on my legs the entire time for leg assist level 1 pull-ups. And I'll be doing thrusters with a tennis ball here. Basically 0 load or level 1, just great to hold something for form. Scoring this. Each of the work sessions you're doing as many reps as you can. The final score is the total number of reps you do across all 24 work sessions. So I'm just going to keep a running total in my head, however many I do. If I do 5 pull-ups in the first 20 seconds, or excuse me, I'm going to start with thrusters actually. No, we're going to start with pull-ups. I do 5 pull-ups. Then I do 10 thrusters, I'm at 15, and then I come back here and I'm on my 16th pull-up and so forth. So I'm just gonna keep a tally going that way. You keep score however works best for you. I'll start the clock here and we'll get after it. So we're gonna start with the pull-ups, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. 3, 2, 1, go. So my arms are straight, making sure I get my chin over the bar, then back down until my arms are straight again. Nice full range of motion pull-ups. I'm using my legs to assist. 5 seconds left. Keeping track of my reps. And rest. All right, so now I did 7, starting on 8 here for my thruster. We have 3, 2, 1, go. Keeping my body weight on my heels, my chest is up, my back is straight. Extending all the way at the top, Down until my thighs are parallel with the ground. Driving through my heels. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, now we go back to the pull-up. My rep count just keeps growing, keeps accumulating. 3, 2, 1, work. Making sure I'm getting nice form. Form here is arms straight at the bottom, and then up until my chin's over the bar. Trying to use my legs as little as possible, making most of the work in my arms, but as I get tired, I'll use more legs, and that's fine. 2, 1, rest. All right, so that was 2 pull-ups. Now we're gonna do our second round of thrusters. 3, 2, 1, go. Ball under the chin. Load right up against your chest as you're down. That keeps your center of gravity, keeps it as close as possible to your center of gravity. Prevents it from pulling you forward up onto your toes. You want to keep that body weight on your heels. So as many reps of this as you can. 2, 1, rest. Now I'm taking it kind of slow, and if you're new to this, I want you to take it slow too. But if you've done this before and you're going for your max high rep count, 2, 1, go. You know what you're doing. Go ahead and knock out your pull-ups as fast as you can, using that full 20 seconds to work and recover as much as you can during the 10-second rest. It's meant to be high intensity interval training. So you're definitely working hard. 2, 1, rest. For those 20 seconds, you're giving it all you got. 10 seconds to recover. And then you get ready for the next movement. Thrusters now. Third round on thrusters. I'm doing both of these movements at level 1, which is a great way to do it. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can do them at higher levels. It doesn't matter what level you're doing them at, because every rep counts. And rest. Every rep counts toward your score. That's 3 minutes in. We're going to start with the 4th round of pull-ups. Excellent job at home. Nice full range of motion. This whole challenge only lasts 12 minutes. 3, 2, 1, rest. So it's about how hard you choose to push yourself. If you're new, take it slow. Get a good count, understand the movements, never sacrifice form, and work. If you've been doing it for a while and you're really looking for a great burn, then go hard. Just don't sacrifice form. As long as you're doing it properly, these movements properly, you'll get a great workout with very little chance of injury. 2, 1, rest. Now remember, we're accumulating the total number of reps. So I've got a number in my head. You keep adding them up or write them down during the rest period if you'd like. In the end, we want to know how many we did in total. Total number of reps. I know some people who say, okay, I'm just going to try and get 10 pull-ups and 10 thrusters. In that case, I'll know exactly how many reps I have at the end, and I don't have to worry about it too much. And rest. And if I only got 8, okay, I remember that I missed 2 for my goal of 10. Or a lot of different ways to keep track of your reps. 3, 2, 1, work. One of my favorite ways is to work out with a buddy, and I work for 12 minutes while my buddy counts, and then my buddy works for 12 minutes while I count. That way I don't have to think about reps. I can just push myself as hard as I feel comfortable pushing myself. And even if I'm winded and tired, 2, 1, rest. I don't have to worry about counting. Sometimes the mental aspect of this is the hardest. All right, we're going to be on work session number 11 of 24, and go. So this would be, I think, the 6th pull-up session we're on. Leaving my feet just a touch at the top. That's great too. And rest. You know, if you're almost done with a rep and the time runs out, finish that rep, count it. Go ahead and count it. 3, 2, 1, go. Now this is 12th work session, so we'll be halfway through after this. halfway through with the challenge. Excellent job with today's virtual class. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're halfway. Great job. We're just going to do that again. So 7th round of pull-ups in 3, 2, 1, work. Okay, so that puts us halfway through. Halfway through. So here's work session number 13. Knocking out those pull-ups. We have 6 minutes left. Great job at home. 3, 2, 1, rest. Now it's time for the thrusters again. Accumulating those reps. Every rep counts, no matter what level. 2, 1, work. Now you may start feeling comfortable, like you want to go a little faster, try and get a few more reps in. Awesome. Don't sacrifice your form. 2, 1, rest. All right. So we are now on our 15th, I think this is. Yep. 15th work session out of 24. So we're on the backside, starting to come down the hill. Should be getting easier, right? Every rep counts. Use your legs more if you need to, but just make sure you're doing full range of motion. Straight arms at the bottom, 2, 1, rest. Straight arms at the bottom, chin over the bar at the top. And thrusters in 3, 2, 1, go. And on this one, keep that body weight on your heels, your chest up, your back is straight. Down until your thigh is parallel with the ground, and up until you have full extension at the top. Excellent job with the thrusters. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're getting easier and easier. This one here will be number 17 of 24. 2, 1, work. Excellent job at home. Nice full range of motion on these pull-ups. If you got a number in your head, see if you can't get that number. If you need to rest during the 20 seconds, shake it out, go ahead. Every rep counts though. You have 2 seconds left. 2, 1, stop, rest. Last rep that you get in counts, so don't rest too much during the work session. 3, 2, 1, work. Excellent job now. On the thrusters. Again, body weight's on your heels. Start the movement with the butt going back. Really helps keep your form. Chest is up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Excellent job. Okay, this will be number 19 now. Number 19 of 24 in 3, 2, 1, go. Get those pull-ups. Even if it's only a couple at this point, that's okay. That's an intense 20-second period of work. Trying to get those couple in. Rest on the 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. If you want to drink water in between, go for it. Go for it. Make sure you're staying hydrated. 3, 2, 1, work. Excellent job. After this, we only have 2 more of each. 2 more out of 12. So what that means, this is our 10th thrusters. Excellent job. Don't lose form. Really pay attention to form. 2, 1, rest. Okay, 2 more of each. Let's focus on form. Full range of motions on the pull-up. Full range of motion. 2, 1, work. Arms are straight at the bottom. Chin over the bar at the top. All the way back down. Nice and controlled. If you need to jump a little bit to get that chin over at the top, go for it. Get that full rep in. 2, 1, rest. All right, we only have 1 more pull-up to go. Our second to last thruster. 3, 2, 1, work. Now remember, keeping count, every rep you do counts towards your score. Your score is the total number of reps. Excellent job. From the side. Don't sacrifice form. Body weight on the heels. 2, 1, rest. Okay, this is it. Final pull-ups. 20 seconds of work on the pull-up. I know you got it in you. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you get full range of motion. I know it's tiring. I know your arms are burning. Your legs might be tired too. Just make it happen. It's the last one. Nothing to save it for. After this, nice cool down, lots of water. 2, 1, and that's it for pull-ups. Okay, now the final thruster. Nothing to save. 2, 1, go. You can go as fast as you want. Just don't sacrifice your form. Body weight's on your heels. Your chest is up. Your back is straight. Getting full extension at the top. And 2, 1, rest. Excellent job. That was only 12 minutes of alternating between those two movements, and we were resting a third of the time, but it still gets you. I'm breathing heavy, and I was just barely demonstrating. So I know you crushed that one. Great job. Add up the total number of reps you did on that slider bar. Go ahead and slide it until you enter the reps count, and that is your score. If you don't have the iPhone app, write it down, send it to your friends in an email, tell them what you did, get them to try it with you. It's all about that healthy relationship with exercise. You earned it today. Great job. I want you to drink a little bit of water. I want you to cool down. I'm going to insert the cool down video now, which I invite you to do with me. And if you have your own, you're welcome to do that. And then afterwards, of course, we'll wrap it all up. So great job. Score it. Cool down. Get some water. We'll have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next Monday at the movement plan. Remember, keep moving. Great job with the movement plan today. There's one more thing, the cool down. You have earned this. Let's start by sitting. Our feet are 90 degrees apart, and we're going to take it out towards one side, reaching down towards that toe. If you can reach your toe, I want you to pull on it so your calf is being stretched, your hamstrings being stretched. Take some deep breaths. We're just kind of winding down, getting our pulse back down, our body starting to relax. We're making sure our muscles are stretched. Do the same thing out to the other side. I'm sure you've just done a great job scoring against some movements, setting a new personal best. I'm sure you kicked some butt in the challenge. Hopefully you're going to tell your friend about how well you did. Make sure he or she does it too. Okay, I want you to reach with one hand towards that foot, but the other hand comes over your head and towards the opposite foot. You get it kind of twisting and a lateral stretch all at the same time. If your buddy hasn't done the challenge yet, make sure you ride them until they do. It's more fun when you've got a few friends doing it with you. And let's do it the opposite way. So right hand towards your left foot, and the left hand comes up and over towards that right foot. Some nice deep breaths. Okay, legs straight out in front of you. Pull one foot in, crossing the leg over, and just give that ankle a nice twist. And let's give that knee a nice hug. Pull that in as hard as you can. You really feel it in your hamstring and your glute. And then go ahead and put your elbow on the outside of that knee and twist your body away from it. All right, now we need to do the same thing on the other side. So let's pull the other leg in, give it a little ankle twist. Now, as you're starting to recover and getting ready for the next movement plan, one of the things I want you to do is drink a lot of water. Go ahead and hug that knee. The water really helps with your body in recovery, getting all the toxins out, getting your muscles ready, and you get the most effect out of your workout if you hydrate well, both before and after. So knee goes on the outside, elbow on the outside of the knee rather, and twist away. Okay, now we're going to go into the cobra position, really stretch out the abdominals and the hip flexors. So starting from the push-up position, you're going to really arch that back. Now, I would never want you to do this during the push-up, but as a stretch, it's wonderful. Go ahead and look up towards the ceiling. You can really feel that all through the front of your body. Nice deep breath. Now we're going to take it up into downward dog, or an upside down V. Try and make your legs as straight as they can be, your arms and back as straight as they can be. And get your bottom up in the air. I'm feeling this in my calf muscles, my shoulder blades, and pretty much everything in between. All right, we're going to take it up to standing now. Get a little stretch in the upper body. So start with your right arm and pull it across your body. And then with your left arm, pull it towards you. Take a nice deep breath. All right, then we're going to take our left arm across our body, pull that towards you. And now your right hand, bring this up and down on the small of your back. And with your left hand, grab that right elbow, pull it down. Nice standing tall, deep breath. And we'll do it the same with the left hand going behind your head. Your right hand grabbing that left elbow, pulling down. Then one last stretch, interlock your fingers, take them straight up and over your head, and just reach yourself as tall as you can. Elongate everything. Big deep breath. And let it out nice and slow. Fantastic job with today's movement plan. As I said, make sure you drink some water and get ready for the next one. We can't wait to see you. Keep moving.